Hey guys, here to do a review for Game of Thrones Season 5, which is the last season until the new one starts tomorrow. This is pretty cool. This season for me is really, really good. And of course, as I've said in all of the other ones, I do want to say before I get into it too much that if you haven't watched the series, this is going to be spoilery. So, yeah, go watch the series and then come back. Um, but this season is excellent. I know that there was a lot of people that didn't like it because it's uh, has a lot of slower elements to it, but that's something that I actually really enjoy. I love great storytelling, and one thing that a lot of shows don't do well that Game of Thrones is really, really good at is character development. And, sometimes to have meaningful characters and characters that you're attached to, and, um, or even characters that you hate or you don't like, it takes spending time with them and expounding on their past and who they are, things that they've done, things like that. And this season is a big um, example of that. Even characters that we've been on the ride with since season one, we're on this journey with them, and it's kind of like we're figuring them out alongside with them, and it's so great. I love the banter between Varys and Tyrion at the beginning, and I love the banter between Tyrion and Jorah. That's really great. I love Jon Snow. My favorite episode of this season is by far Hard Home. The last battle with the White Walkers is just. I wish there were more shows on network TV that would do things like this. And I think The Walking Dead is kind of getting to a place where it's doing more things like what Game of Thrones has done, but it's not quite there yet. They're still kind of building it up. But yeah, it's just so epic, so much going on, and it's just a cool battle scene. I love it, and then it's like we get these three really great episodes at the end of season 5, with Hard Home, and then the Dance of Dragons, and then we end with Mother's Mercy. And let me tell you, this finale, this ending, is brutal. That's just the only way I can say it. Between Cersei's walk of shame and between Jon Snow's death at the end, it's just really heavy and really impactful. And I'd be lying if I didn't say that I have my expectations going into season 6. For the first time, this is a place where the book readers and the show watchers are at the same place. Nobody really knows what's going to happen next. So I guess that's all I really have to say about season 5. It's absolutely just as good as the rest of the show has been. Of course, just as in any show, there are episodes that I like better than others, but I can honestly tell you that this is one of the few shows that I could say doesn't have a bad episode. The only other show that I've been able to say that about is Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad does not have a single bad episode, nor does Game of Thrones. My expectations, some of them are, number one, Jon Snow's got to come back. I think pretty much all of us are on the same page. I think everybody pretty much thinks that he's going to come back. There's a lot of speculation as to how or why, but I think a lot of people are on the same page. I think that's something everybody wants, is for him to come back. I think the real question will be, who will he be once he comes back, I'm not really on the same page that he's going to come back as a White Walker, just because we just saw what happened in Hard Home, and if they were going to do something like that, that would be putting all of the characters at Castle Black in a large amount of danger. Because if he's going to come back as a White Walker, well, that would mean that the king of the White Walkers, or whatever his name is, whatever you want to call him, is right there, you know? So I don't think necessarily that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure that either Melisandre or someone else is going to bring him back from the dead, which I will talk about once we find out what actually happens. I will go more into my thoughts on that. And then the other thing is Bran. I said in one of the other reviews that Bran is my favorite character, and because of what happens in the books, they had to completely skip over him this season. So we did not get any Bran or Rickon or any of that. So I'm really excited to see him come back and what they do with the character and where it goes. I hope he doesn't die. Like, that's my fear. Like, I hope he doesn't die. So yeah, that's where I stay with season 5. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, and you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.